Hey folks, AJ here, and guess what? We are in Bristol, Pennsylvania, here at Spotlight Deliverance Temple. I always talk about them, I always mess their names up on our Q&A, so I apologize for that. But hey, we're up here to do a on-site, to just look a lay of the land of everything here, and mainly talk with the folks here. We got probably seen her in the videos, on the comments. Creator for Fun is here, Miss Phyllis. And the main thing we're looking at trying to mainly do some work on their sound, but also to try and streamline their video and their presentation stuff. I have some videos going here, but let's go ahead and show you a little bit that I do know about what we're going to do from a sound standpoint. Now, again, this is all going to be dependent on when everybody tells me everything. We had a Zoom call talk about this, but got two main monitors for the house, got some pulpits, maybe for the praise team as well too, and then the band has a ton of amps and monitors. So like right now, the keyboard here, most likely a right channel is coming out going into an amp, but then the left channel is coming out into a monitor that's like right in the face of everybody. Then got another amp here, most likely for a lead guitar. Another amp mainly for a bass, probably. Oh, excuse me, I have it the opposite. This is for a bass, and that's probably for a lead guitar. The drums have one overhead, and then there's a mic on the Leslie. So from a standpoint of like audio for a live stream, this would probably be a nightmare to try and maintain. So the idea is try and get a snake, put all the instruments in the house, get them in some personal monitors, probably put some more mics on the drums, and then the Leslie with the organ and the drums are going to be the only acoustic instruments out. Everybody else will be in the system. We can at least remove pretty much all these amps except for the main speakers here, and get them in ears with some P16s. And if we want to replace their board and kind of pull the equipment from the booth and pull it downstairs, because it's a very interesting ladder to get up there. So want to move everything down and free everything up. But we got some more folks here, so let me make sure I'm actually on course with what they're wanting here. All right, folks, we're wrapping up over here, and like I said, what we're planning on doing is we're going to replace the board. Going to get we're going to use an X32. Going to relocate everything from upstairs, bring it down here, put the board over in that corner. I built a streaming system which is going to be dedicated to nothing but the presenter now. That's going to be brought down here, X32. Use the multi-view, do the distribution to the TVs, all this other stuff, but mainly get the audio tweaked and fixed, get the musicians in ears, get all the instruments wired, and really just dial in the sound and stuff like that. So let's go ahead. I got a train ride, but once we get back in front of the computer, we'll design and show you exactly what we're going to do. Alrighty, folks, guess what? We're back from Bristol, PA. Let's go ahead and jump into Draw.io, and let's go ahead and design what their setup will be. All right, folks, we're here in Draw.io for Spotlight Deliverance. And again, I am really humbled, first off, because Miss Phyllis has followed a lot of my videos and she has done an exceptional job with everything that was already in place. So a lot of the stuff, she has climbed and pulled cable and did all of that, and excellent job. So I'm just coming in just to help assist with enhancing what she already has in place. So the cabling, all that stuff we don't have to do. We're just going to be really setting up and tweaking and enhancing the audio, but we are going to be upgrading their cameras and everything at the same time. So let's go ahead and do a design of what they currently have. She has some Canon Vixias. They have one in the choir loft, one to the right, one to the left, and then a PTZ, a 10X in the back. They also have an ATEM Mini Pro where everything is connected, and they are converting from, these are SDI cables that are converting out to HDMI. So this is SDI to HDMI, and they have the opposite on the other end. I think the PTZ might be pure SDI. I'm not 100% sure. So I'm just going to go ahead and treat it as if all of them have the same thing. Let's make this wider. Makes it easier to draw to this. All right, so let's connect all of this. Oh, I forgot. I need to copy all of this as well, and then do the opposite. So this is going to be an HDMI to SDI. So 1, 2, 3. And like I said, I'm just going to assume that this one has the same type of connections. So run these SDI cables here. And then of course, you know, this is connected. I'm not going to draw the lines, but y'all know, obviously this has to be connected over HDMI to convert it to SDI. All right. And then all of these are connected to the ATEM Mini Pro. And the ATEM Mini Pro, remember, cannot do a multi-view and an output at the same time. So this is doing an output. So she doesn't have the advantage of having a multi-view right now. And the output is being displayed directly into the house, in the TVs and everything like that. There we go. That's better. All right. And then they also have a mixer downstairs. Can't remember it off the top of my head, because actually this is a day later from us coming up there, from me going up to here, to Pennsylvania, and I believe that's connected directly. I don't know if it was using a Scarlett or something like that. I'm just going to assume it's a direct connection. All right. And then we have some splitters and everything like that. And I think this is the Ori HDMI to Ethernet extender that is going to their televisions. So it's one in the front, 2 in the front, excuse me, then 1 in the back. Let's move this camera over here so I can have a little bit more space and maybe set them all beside each other. So the HDMI out from here is going into here. And actually, I stand corrected. It's not an ATEM Mini Pro today that she has. She has an ATEM Mini. That's what she has, because I built her a computer, and that is what was streaming for them. All right. And then let's do our computer, which I just remembered. So this was the Ryzen 3 3200G, which is still kicking strong. Streaming PC. So that's USB out, coming out here. Do that in purple. Then that's live streaming. Then they also have a laptop. It's actually her laptop that is running Presenter. And I'm wondering how that was going in. I think that's actually going like NDI to this system. I could be wrong, but I think that's how that one was working. So let's put this as this one because you only got 4 inputs on here. All right, so that's their current setup. So what are we going to do to change and enhance a lot of this stuff? So let's go ahead and save this. And then we're going to save this as version 2. And the first thing we're going to do is change this out to the ATEM Mini Extreme. This will allow to go presenter directly in here, but it'll also do this. We're going to change the streaming PC into the presenter PC. And that will come right into the system here. The mixer, we're going to be changing to an X32 compact, and we're going to move everything downstairs as well too. So all of our inputs here, and I had the wrong color. I need to have the color so that way I can remember what is what. Because I use these diagrams when I'm actually on site, so that way I don't, that's how I know sometimes when I'll forget something. But all right, we got that. Now for each camera, these are going to go away. And we're still going to leverage the SDIs because they work perfectly fine. And this is actually a 10X. So we're going to move this to the pulpit. And then we're going to install 20X PTZs on the back, left, and right. We're going to do a PoE switch. And we're going to do a joystick. She actually already has a joystick, which I forgot to put in here, but we're going to do an IP joystick so we don't have to daisy chain all of these cameras to each other. Makes it just simpler from a cabling standpoint. All right, so we're going to connect all of these. To our PoE switch so we can control all of them being powered on and everything from downstairs. And one more. Trying to get it out the way so it doesn't block the lines that you see. And then another one that's going to our IP joystick. So now that's how it can control all 4 of these cameras. We need to make sure that the video camera that they have actually will work in this type of setup. If not, we might have to get one more PTZ for that. And I need to send her a message and confirm that with her. All right. Now, the other thing we're mainly going to do now, let me refresh myself. So by moving this, the ATEM is going to handle the streaming now. So another connection is going to the ATEM. And why am I connecting it to the joystick? It needs to go here. Also going to connect the X32 to the network so we can control that over iPad if need be. So all of this stuff is going to be wired. And of course, the computer is going to be connected as well. Some of this stuff actually is already wired, so I'm just putting it in a diagram so I make sure I know where everything is. Alrighty, so that's wired. All of the distribution stuff is still going to stay the same, but we're going to also add a Thor HDMI converter, HDMI RF converter that we've used before. So we're going to have, I think this HDMI has a pass-through. So what we're going to do is have this pass-through come to this And just like we did at First Union, it's going to allow us to have unlimited other TVs that are connected, but they will be connected downstairs. There's no audio or anything like that. And we'll send everything over there over regular coax cables. So we're going to move 2 of the TVs that were already in the sanctuary. We're going to move those to different areas in the church. And I'm running out of space. Slide it over here. So this is going to be in the pastor's office and then downstairs. And we're going to just set up a coax distribution that can be on the wall, run one coax down to this location, and then have a splitter. And then you just run a cable to that location. And I need another color. Let's do orange. You know, and actually, let's put a box here. And we'll just say that's coax splitter. All right. So down here, let's slide this closer then. So now from that splitter, we would just connect whatever TVs that need to go over a traditional coax cable, and then we just add another splitter, and then boom, that will handle there. You know, it's not going to get that crazy. I would hope they wouldn't be putting in 50 TVs and stuff like that. I don't know the upper limit of where there's an issue with that. I mean, they said it supports hundreds of these, so I mean, I think we should be fine. Now, with this happening, we'll have all of our audio there and the video going to those locations. We don't have to worry about that. And then also we're enhancing our audio. Now, the other thing we're going to do as well is, because none of the instruments are in the system, we're going to install a S16, and we're going to connect that over a Ethercon cable. Let's scoot that over some. And then we're going to plug all of our this is going to replace the snake that they already have. All of the speakers, all the monitors, and now all of the instruments are going to be plugged into there. We're going to do a power play, P16, and we're going to add 2 personal mixers for the organist and the drummer. I believe that's who are getting both of these. And then we're actually going to use the simple Behringer in-ears where it's just volume. So it's going to be an XLR that goes directly into it, and we have to make a mix specifically for that one. I don't remember the name of it, but I will have it in a link in the kit link down below. I'll just call it in-ear. So that is going to be an XLR cable that goes to this one. So we'll have to make a mix from one of the outputs for this one. And what color haven't I not used? Yellow. No, let's do a different color so it stands out. Let's do this. Now that looks too close to that one too. Ugh. Whatever, we got this orange. So that's going to connect to that. That's going to be an XLR cable. And then this one is going to be connected over like a regular Ethernet cable. And then that's going to be a distribution to both of these over the same Ethernet cable. All right. And then again, all of our speakers and monitors and everything like that are going to be connected to this as well. So I'll just do speaker. And we got a bunch of them. They're going to be over XLR and stuff like that. Now, one other thing, we're all going to add some new wireless mics as well too. Most likely that is going to exist inside of the rack mount back there. So we're going to go with the GTD audio. Going to do 2 sets. So it's going to be 4 mics, but then the other one is going to be 2 mics and 2 no, actually we went with the Rode wireless for them. So it has remove hitting any power buttons and stuff like that. Use that. Pastor Taylor's been happy with that. Pastor Cooper has been happy with that. So we're going to just go with that, but we're also going to add some microphones for the praise team, a total of 6. So we got those as well too. So everything is going to be plugged in down there. And why is that icon so small? So hopefully you get the gist of that. The mic's going to be in a wireless type of setup there. All right. So this is the setup that what we're going to be doing there. Also, we are moving these TVs. These TVs are going to be changed out to maybe 65 inches bigger, because I think these are only like maybe 43s or 50s that are on the wall, and everybody said they can't even read what's on it anyway. So looking at getting some 65s or maybe even a 70 in to replace the 2 in the front and then 1 in the back. So pretty straightforward, because it's not a lot of cabling. The only cabling we would need to do is the Ethercon cable that's going to go to the S16 up in the front. Ethernet going to go to each one of the locations where the cameras are, which is straightforward because there's already a conduit there. We just got to run the cable through the conduit. That's it. And then maybe run a coax that's going to establish where the distribution is going to be downstairs, and then to the new locations, to Bishop's office, pastor's office, and the fellowship hall. I think that's it. So link is going to be down below to everything there. Again, thank you so much, Spotlight Deliverance Temple, for just entrusting me with something like this, having me come up, do an on-site, and then bringing me back up there again. They even invited my daughter to come up there because there's a play area that she might like. So you never know. I might take her with me to go do that, as long as I do this on like a Friday or a Saturday. No, it would have to be a Saturday and a Sunday. But anyway, link is going to be down below to everything we're going to be using in this install. And again, just really excited. This will be install number 14 or 15 of our list. We have 3 more in the books, just waiting to hear from them. And then just really excited about getting ready to hit 20 installs for this year of our goal of 100. And they specifically said they wanted to be a part of the 100 that we're doing. So just very thankful for that. If you like this type of content, appreciate a like, consider subscribing, hit that bell. That way you get notified when we come out with other videos to help modernize your media ministry. Thanks for watching, folks. This is AJ, and we will catch you on the next video. Later.